season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 12, Tannehill completing it here to Marvin Jones.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Exit. Hey, lock it.
Tannehill going to throw on third and 1. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Instead of a third and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
50, plant. General West. Drop.
They'll run on first down. Crowell, and a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Go. Hey, Sam off. Give me some.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throw left side complete. It's Allen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now Tannehill. Allen's got it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. Tannehill on the offense with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here in this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
Hey, box truck. Get it.
Here's Tannehill. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? Get the second. Hey! Check nickel. Ready?
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calais Campbell on the stop. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing on second down. Newton. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 yards on the pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A give to Michel running right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey! 20.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
8. Watch the screen. Check.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Bryce Irvine on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Look, squeeze.
On 1st down, Crowell, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Go! 10-2 stop. Hey, Orvin. Ready?
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense. The drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So now here come the Dolphins. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second and 5 now. Newton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the handoff, it's Michel. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Back deep is Tavon Austin. He'll field this at the 5. Dances by him. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 62 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Tannehill, the quick slant caught, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
20.
From the 50, Newton. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now Newton on first down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Sony Michel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So out now come the Jets. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. Allen's got it complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Tannehill now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
What's that? 180. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. What is it?
And some room to work. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 60 yards for him on the ground. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On the set. 53. Mike. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Crowell. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 22, Tannehill throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bryant.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Tannehill now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bryant. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, Crowell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
A huge loss on the play.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Here we go. 30 base. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Big rip.
Tannehill on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Tannehill. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hey, Charlie. Ready?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Jets on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Go, set, 50, plant.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Tannehill. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Tannehill on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This one complete to Charles Sims.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Let's go. Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, what's that? Ready?
On first down, Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defense. And the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10. Here's Newton. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a first down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long.
Set. Ready? Let's go.
Newton now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Newton. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Able to slither by. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, wahoo!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Tannehill throwing again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
2nd and 6.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 44, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tim Williams with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Austin. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ready.
Check.
General West.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Ready?
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Tannehill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime. And because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So first and 10 now from the 30. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Dolphins, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on...